Alright, I'm back, and one more quick little video before I get back into some bigger projects. Buzzclaw. I had this guy as a kid, so I'm very biased. He's a thing. He's another one of those Beast Wars Fusor figures. So, accessory-wise, he does have a shield. There's a peg right there that pegs into this little hole right there. So you can just peg that in, and he's got a shield. You can also take this and you can plug it into this little peg on his little backpack here. Peg this in right here. Just kind of keep it out of the way. And you can also take this whole backpack assembly off, set it off the side, and you just have him. And he's just a little guy. He's got the bug head and the feet, but that's really all the kibble he has. He's probably one of the least kibbly Transformers or Beast War figures of all time. And I know what you're thinking, oh, well, that's just because you took the whole assembly off. Well, you could also take this. I like to fold the wings down and plug this in, and that's his gun. So you take it off, you store the shield on his back, along with this whole assembly here. You can just set it off to the side if you want. He's got options, and for such a little guy, it's actually pretty cool. And you don't actually have to take any of this off for transformation, but we will anyway. Only reason why you have to take this piece off is to get it into his hand. Now this, we'll look at this real quick. It does have a little spring gimmick here. That makes these things go like this. So if you have these claws like this, kind of giant pinchers, or you can do it this way, like he's clapping. Anyway, so to transform the actual posability, head is on a ball joint. Looks around, up, down, and he's made out of entirely out of this clear plastic. This little, almost like an orange peach plastic. Everything on him is that plastic. It's pretty weird. It works really well for a bug, and I do think that this is a poor design because this clear plastic will crack and break eventually. But what can you do? It's like 20 years too late. Shoulders are on ball joints. Elbows are on ball joints. Waist swivels. Hips, ball joints. Knees, ball joints. Foot is on a hinge. So yeah, to transform him, fold the feet up, rotate these in. These will peg together, just like so. Fold this back, and you take the tail, and you just, it's got two little slots on the side, and they just peg into these in here. Kind of hard to see, but there's two tabs, more like nubs. You just kind of slide that on, like so. And you just take this and you get it till it's lined up as best you can. Like so. And that's his tail. Fold this arm down. Fold this arm down. Rotate this around. Rotate this around. Those are his feet. Fold this up. Rotate this in. And then you take this assembly here, and there's a hole right here that just pegs in on this back peg right there. So just kind of line this all up. And you just fold this down. And there he is in his thingy mode. It's a praying mantis mixed with a lizard. He's got like little lizard scales and detailing all over him, but the main part of the lizard would be the feet and kind of the tail. It's kind of like a praying mantis tail, but also mixed with a lizard tail, and like he's got scales in his wings. So it's pretty cool. It's another one of those designs that they came up with on their own that kind of works. But the top half definitely looks like a praying mantis. Really, really cool looking. I really dig praying mantises. So, and the little gimmick here still works. His shoulders are on ball joints. His mouth doesn't do anything. You can actually open this whole assembly up and trim down some stuff on the mouth and make it move, but we won't get into that today. And this top claw does swivel. Hips, ball joints, and a hinge. I mean, it's the same posability as his arm. His robot arm. Wings are on ball joints here. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. A little weird looking, but it's pretty cool. And then to transform him back, just to show that you don't have to take things off, fold these wings off to the side like so. Hold this down, and then you want to fold the head up like this. Get that out of the way. This whole assembly will rotate back. Kind of got to push the tail down. Rotate these pieces around, and then you can take these arms here, fold them up, pull it up, and then around and around. Pull this head out. This whole assembly will go down. And split the legs, pull out the foot, pull the tail back a little bit, and there you go. Like I said, you don't have to take anything off for transformation, although it makes things a lot easier if you do. So once you pull the shield off, at least, this is how I usually have him, is with even though it's a backpack, I usually will have it like this, or you could also rotate this around and do like wings on the top with little pinchers on the bottom, however you prefer. And then the shield just plugs into his forearm, and there you go. I think he's a great little figure. I really like him a lot. Again, I'm biased because he was one of the ones that I had. I got this guy before I had a job as a kid, so it was like I had to work for it. I had to work and save, and by the time I had the money, all the other figures were gone. All the let's see, there's Noctoro, Bantor, Skyhammer, Terragator, and Quickstrike were all gone. So it was just him. He was the last one left, so I bought him just because I didn't want to go home empty-handed, and just fell in love with the guy. I think he's a great little figure. I do dig him a lot. Size comparison. Here he is next to Acid Storm, who's standing. Woo! And as you can see, he comes up to about mid-chest. And here he is next to Ramjet. You see he goes up to about the thigh. And because he's sitting here he is next to Sky Shadow. So yeah, great little figure. Nothing. I mean, he's not like master of engineering or anything like that. He's just a good little figure. All in all, I give him about a 7 out of 10. I mean, yeah, he's not great. I like Sky Shadow a lot better, but he's still a pretty good figure, and yeah, I think he's. I think he's. If you're into Beast Wars, and then I would say get him. If you're not into Beast Wars, then yeah, don't get him. So I guess that's really all there is. So.